what do? We keep busy, ignoring what's bubbling underneath. That only adds to the sense of disconnection, doesn't it? Let's talk about something that's probably pretty relatable to many of you watching me now. I find that, especially as we navigate life's ups and downs in our 30s and 40s, it's really easy to get caught up in the chaos and lose touch with ourselves. And with all the busyness going on, it's hard to remember who we really are and what we truly want because, honestly, as life throws more and more at us between work, relationships, and everything in between, it becomes so easy to feel completely adrift. You can easily prove this to yourself. When was the last time you paused to check in with yourself? When did you last sit in silence, away from distractions, to really explore your thoughts and feelings? The truth is, with everything going on, it's normal for our minds to become cluttered and overwhelmed. So, what do? We keep busy and push aside those feelings, ignoring what's bubbling underneath. But that only adds to the sense of disconnection, doesn't it? Staying busy isn't really a solution. It's just a way to sidestep what's really going on inside. For example, we might be avoiding the feeling of not living up to our expectations or dealing with the uncertainty of who we really are. Those feelings are really tough to deal with. So we choose to distract ourselves instead. And let's be honest, it's a lot easier to scroll through social media, watch another show, or snack on things we shouldn't be eating in the first place than it is to sit in silence and confront our thoughts. So we tell ourselves we'll deal with it later, but that later never seems to come. Instead, we just keep piling on more distractions, and before we know it, we feel even more lost and unfulfilled. So, what if we flip the script? Instead of hoping things will randomly change or forcing ourselves to feel better, what if we just allowed ourselves a little space to breathe? It doesn't have to be anything huge, just a few moments to sit quietly or take a walk without our phones. Those small moments of stillness can really help us reconnect with ourselves. And honestly, there's something powerful about being in silence. It's where we can actually hear our thoughts, where we can start to unravel what we've been ignoring. It's like peeling back the layers to find out what's really going on inside of us. Now, I get that. Facing our feelings can be uncomfortable, but avoiding them usually just makes things even worse. We might think we are fine, but then we suddenly feel overwhelmed and it all comes crashing down. It's like we are carrying this weight that we didn't even realize was there until it becomes too much, too heavy. So, what if we try to be a bit more gentle with ourselves? I mean, it's okay to admit that we are feeling lost or disconnected. It's part of being human. When we acknowledge those feelings, we create an opportunity to explore what they are telling us. It can be tempting to ignore those feelings, thinking they'll just go away on their own, but that rarely works. Instead, we can take small steps to really check in with ourselves. Maybe it's taking a moment to reflect or journal what's on our minds. Each time we do this, we are not just recognizing our feelings, we are also giving ourselves the space to understand and process them. Sometimes, talking to someone we trust can also help. Sharing what we are going through can lighten that load and remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. Plus, it opens the door for others to share their experiences, which create a sense of connection. And here's the thing. Reconnecting with ourselves isn't a one-time fix. It's an ongoing journey. Some days will feel better than others, and that's completely normal. The key is to keep checking in, to keep listening, even when it feels hard. Because this whole process takes time and it's not always easy. Some days will feel like we are on the right track. In other days, it might feel like we are back on square one. That's totally okay. We just have to remember that setbacks doesn't mean we are failing. They are part of figuring things out. Finding little ways to check in with ourselves can really help. As we've been discussing, it might mean taking a few minutes to breathe, writing down your thoughts, or simply sitting quietly for a bit. These small moments can clear the mental clutter and help you reconnect with who you really are. So let's take it one day at a time and be easy on ourselves. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Darlene, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Your support means the world to me. And as always, in you, I see love, the biting thread, in beauty, the unique clear spark. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.